Chapter 7 of the Financial Playbook for Gen Z. Let's jump right in. Chapter 7, auto invest into a non-retirement stock index fund. Automation is key. As a side note, in addition to automating your monthly investment contributions, you should also automate the payments of your routine bills, such as your cell phone bill, your credit card bill, right? Now, let's talk about stock market investing. There are a lot of people who are confused about stock market investing. And in this short chapter, I'm going to walk you through the basics of stock market investing. Let's jump right in. Now, first, what is the stock market? The stock market is a market where you can buy and sell shares of stock. Now, what is a share of stock? Well, a share of stock is a piece of ownership of a company. The size of one share depends on the total number of shares. Now, there are two ways in which a share of stock makes money: appreciation and dividends, right? Now, what is appreciation? So appreciation in terms of the stock market, right, is this. Appreciation is where the price per share increases. That's what it is, right? You buy it at $5 per share and the price increases to $7 per share. You know, the price per share increases. Now, what is a dividend? A dividend is the distribution of a company's earnings to its shareholders, and it is determined by the company's board of directors. Dividends are often distributed quarterly and may be paid out as cash or in the form of reinvestment in additional shares of stock. Now, stock market investing is very risky if you are investing in individual stocks. That is why diversification is super important. Now, what is diversification? Diversification is the technique of spreading your investments around over many assets so that your exposure to any one asset is limited. That is why a mutual fund is safer than an individual stock. Now, what is a mutual fund? What is a mutual fund? Well, a mutual fund is a collection of assets, right? Therefore, instead of buying shares of individual stocks, it is safer to buy shares of a mutual fund because each share of a stock mutual fund represents a diversified portfolio of stocks. Now, I recommend index funds, right? Now, what is an index fund? An index fund is a type of mutual fund whose holdings match a particular market index. Index funds have a lower cost than regular mutual funds because index funds are passively managed, whereas regular mutual funds are actively managed. Now, I know that even though it is a very, very basic level, right? I know that there are a lot of terms that seem very complex. And I encourage you to print out the PDF file, of this of my ebook, or if you buy the physical copy of the book, right? It's just so that you can kind of see the terms, right? But here's the thing, this is, even though it may seem overwhelming, right? Stay with it, right? Because what we're talking about here in terms of stock market investing and real estate investing and entrepreneurship, these are the main, tools for building wealth. And so even if you feel a little overwhelmed, I encourage you to stay with this, ask questions, right? And little by little, you will be able to grow in your knowledge, all right? Now, chapter summary. A stock mutual fund is a collection of stocks. Therefore, instead of buying shares of individual stocks, it is safer to buy shares of a mutual fund, right? Now, action item. In addition to automating your monthly investment contributions, you should also automate the payments of your routine bills, right? Discussion questions. All right. Well, for this one, only one discussion question. What bills will you automate? And now a quiz. I have a quiz for you. One question quiz. Here it is. How does the stock market work?